There's one other thing I wanted to talk to you about today. Well, there's a bunch of stuff, but one in particular, because you're here and, I associate you with New York, and I know you've known Benjamin Netanyahu for a long time. Okay, so all of this stuff going on with Mayor Mamdani and the comments that he's made, first let me play part of that, and then I want to get your take on this about a mayor of New York City. He realized he doesn't have the authority, but he would like to see the Prime Minister of Israel arrested, and he said a lot more than that. Here's part of what Mamdani said, and then we'll see what Geraldo makes of that particular part.
Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal, the architect of a horrific genocide against the Palestinian people. He is responsible for the killing of more than 73,000 people. There is a reason the International Criminal Court issued a warrant for his arrest. It is clear that we do not have the independent legal authority to enforce this warrant. The federal government, however, does, and I call on them to join the ICC and execute this warrant. And I want to be equally clear. Benjamin Netanyahu is not welcome in New York City, nor is any other war criminal at large.
That's
who gives him the right to say that? That he's not, he is the mayor, yes, right. But everybody else in New York has their own opinion. New York has been the center of the universe for forever. And it's wonderful to see how New York always greets and accepts people of all different politics. When the General Assembly happens, all these other countries are represented.
Right.
That's just New York's grandeur. And for him to say that, and what about if Netanyahu is a war criminal, what's the leader of Hamas who started the October 7th slaughter of many hundreds of Israelis, rapes and murders? I mean, aren't they war criminals also? Why are you singling out Netanyahu? And it really stinks of anti-Semitism, I hate to say it.
So you think it is actually blatant?
I think that there's a hatred of the Jews that underlies this attitude.
Because one of the things that stood out to me, and Mamdani...
And I don't like Netanyahu.
And by the way, Mamdani apparently did say that Hamas leaders should be prosecuted in his commentary. But one of the things that stands out to me about his Netanyahu comments, okay, is that if he said this in his position as mayor, let's just say for argument, 5 years ago, the reaction versus what it is now would be much different.
Can you imagine if it was 5 years ago? It would have been.
Now, it's not seen as a fringe position.
It isn't.
Right.
It's not that aberrant. It's there are so many people, who now hold that. Israel has squandered a goodwill with terrible prosecution of the wars.
Doesn't that speak to Netanyahu?
It's been awful. It really does. I'm not defending Netanyahu.
I know.
I am defending New York City.
Right.
New York City deserves to have everybody greeted with equal dignity and respect and safety when they come to the General Assembly. That's why the United Nations is here. That's why it's not in Switzerland.
Right.
That's why it's not in San Francisco. It's here because New York is a place we want everyone to come and tell us what's on your mind. We want to hear what's on your mind.
We've had all kinds.
Everybody.
Ahmadinejad used to come all the time. Maduro, all these guys.
Everybody come. Khrushchev pounding the Russians now. Is Putin also going to persona non grata? Is Mamdani going to call for his arrest also as a war criminal? He should.
Yeah.
He's a war criminal. So I think that. So I was disappointed locally with the mayor. The president, I thought, the only hope that the Republicans have in Georgia is that President Trump can sway some minds. But talking about Pee Wee Herman,
I know.
John Osso's, I guess he's relatively a small guy.
Right.
Call him Pee Wee, but that's why he destroyed. That's how he destroyed. The Secretary of State.
Marco Rubio, Little Marco.
Little Marco.
Those are the days. Thank you, my friend. It's always good to see you. Who could forget?
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.